Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to take a quick look at XRP and just know Bitcoin sold off pretty heavily in the last 24 hours. We're looking at about a 9% correction from Bitcoin. And just out of curiosity, let's go ahead and pull this up here as well. XRP has about a 12% correction. So really only like a 1.3x, if you will, in that exaggeration down. So almost synonymous with Bitcoin in a lot of ways. A lot of other coins are about 2 or 3x in that regard. So not bad shape. It just makes sense that the price had decreased the way that it did recently, of course, based on obviously that significant correction from likely tax purposes and of course just liquidating a lot of leverage positions. Now, if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I just love teaching people how to trade. Hopefully I can teach you a thing or two here today. If you learned something, let me know. And obviously go ahead and comment below. Also have a trading community if you want to consider becoming a member there. Really great experience. I actually have a trading academy rolling out next month, and there'll be new slots available as of January 1st. Now take a look here at XRP. What we want to do is look at some of the standard stuff really quick. We can see the moving averages are working their way down. This is essentially considered to be a death cross where the price action, basically the 50 works its way down, intersecting with the 200 in a downward fashion. I wouldn't worry yourself too much with that. That's not going to be too much of a concern, just based on the fact that the moving averages for Bitcoin are more so relevant, and the 200-day simple moving average is working as a support right now for Bitcoin. So it's a big deal in that sense, whereas these moving averages here for XRP aren't super relevant, just in the sense of the fact that it's very much reliant on Bitcoin doing well right now. That being said, you can see the price action under 50 on the RSI. That does imply that the resistance level here right around 84 cents is still relevant and something we need to make sure that we pay attention to. So we could have some trouble getting back up above that. Just again, tentatively, that's where we're at for the moment. Now, taking a look at the moving averages here, same scenario as well, price actions below. We see that happen with a lot of coins right now. But the key takeaway is that we're at 30 on the RSI. That's a standard place in which you want to maybe consider again, just generally taking position. And when I say taking position, I'm talking about adding to your position, probably more so dollar cost averaging at this point, because it's considered to be oversold, right? And usually it's considered to be good value. Bear in mind, the price just continues to slide downwards, right? So you never want to just take a full-on position with a tight stop loss. You'll get stopped out every time. This would be more so designed for swing traders or adding to your position if you already have one open, okay? So don't take that as advice just to go ahead and jump right in, because that is not necessarily a signal. But RSI closer to 30 generally implies on the 4-hour chart that the price should turn around soon, because it's getting held down for too long, right? So we're probably at an exhaustive state. In fact, why don't we look at this? This is probably more relevant. If we look at TD sequential, we're at a 9, basically telling us we should see a turnaround soon, because the likelihood of it continuing much further lower is pretty low. And what I mean by that is you oftentimes only see 2 to 4 candlesticks past the 9, and we're at the second candlestick forming right now. So hypothetically, we could see 8 more hours of bearish divergence, but the likelihood of it coming back around, or at least if nothing else consolidating from here on out, allowing that RSI at 30 to slowly increase is very likely. Okay, so again, we're just at this exhaustive state. A lot of coins are like this right now, where they've gotten beat down for the last 36 hours straight, and they need to kind of calm down and relax. And the likelihood of this reversing is higher than it is to continue downwards, right? Again, pending Bitcoin doesn't go to 40,000 today or tomorrow, XRP should recover perfectly fine, okay? So just bear that in mind. Great place to dollar cost average. We don't see much on TD sequential here on the 1 hour, but we can see, of course, again, just making lower lows and lower highs, right? We had this one attempt to go ahead and come back up, and of course, ever since it's been down, right? And this is just the same exact scenario for Bitcoin too. So nothing really to concern yourself with, except the fact that Bitcoin did recover nicely recently, and it's going more so sideways right at support at about 48,000. Okay, that's a good sign here, and I think XRP will recover. It's just got that little extra sell-off going on right now, because it does have a delay. I've noticed when Bitcoin sells off, there's a significant delay for XRP. It doesn't recover as quickly as most other altcoins do, but eventually, inevitably, it will, right? If that makes any sense. So just keep that in mind. There's a tremendous amount of volume higher than where the price action is at right now too, and that's something also to note. So keep this in mind too. We got a strong volume profile right around 108. And 108, 109, right in that range there, is going to be a key level resistance. So just bear that in mind. That's what the squiggly line here is for. I drew that previously. So you know if the price were to come up into that area, it might get rejected initially. So just say we have a recovery from XRP, price comes up past 97 and starts testing 106. You can expect 106, 108 to be a resistance level, because that's where the most amount of volume accumulation is at presently. Now, you'd normally think that, hey, that's a good sign, right? Everyone's got a lower position. Why aren't they adding to it? Well, it's not really the case. It's usually the inverse, where the price action gets held down by a major volume resistance versus it being considered a support. So until we get above that level, it's considered to be a resistance level. It's just something important to understand. 106 to 108, we'll see a little bit of turbulence when we get back there. We're not there yet. Just want to prepare you there for that. But if we were to look at the most recent time frame here, say we were to, just kind of go ahead and focus on the short term. Of course, there's going to be a lot of volume accumulation here, right? In the last, what is this? Ever since December 1st, we see the most amount of volume at about 82. So if you look at this month in itself, just the 1 month of trading data so far, we can tell that that's going to work as a support level, and you can see why the price action is held above that, right? Because that's working as a short-term support. But long-term, big picture, we do have a resistance at 108 based on the volume profile for the year, not necessarily the month. Hopefully that makes sense, because volume is a very important indication of support and resistance zones. So we got a nice short-term support at right around, what was it, 81, 82 cents, but we got that major resistance level right around 108 if you're to go much bigger on the time frame. So that's kind of where we're at there, the micro versus the macro. Hopefully that helps you understand where we're at. Just again, dollar cost average if possible. Don't put everything you got into the XRP right now. It's just never recommended to do that anyway. You look at it, right? That's just not being a good trader. That's being a gambler, right? And at the end of the day, to be able to survive in this market, you have to trade effectively and be smart about what you're doing. Use good risk tolerance and don't just jump in without proper confirmation. Hopefully you can learn that here today and obviously future and previous videos. Feel free to join my community if you have an opportunity to be able to do so. Again, slots available as of January 1st. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you.